Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Book of Boba Fett Deluxe Tatooine Boba Fett figure from Hasbro. If you follow my channel, you know that I mainly delve into the whole 1/6, 1/10 scale range, and I definitely do not steer away from 1/18th, but just there hasn't been a lot that has caught my eye. However, this year there's definitely a lot more, and Boba Fett here and Fennec Shand are my first figures from the vintage collection period, and overall I've got to say it's definitely very impressive. However, this particular Boba Fett figure has had its issues. If you've seen any of Yakface's posts on Twitter, I think he was bringing them up on Instagram as well, just that there have been a plague of issues in regards to QC with this, and unfortunately I did not escape that, but we'll get into that in a second. So without any further ado, let's get right in this review. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks absolutely incredible. As I said, I am definitely impressed with the just level of detail and just everything put into the vintage collection just from this figure. And, honestly, just incredible detail all around. I'm actually going to take the helmet off because one of the first things I want to talk about actually is this likeness to Temuera Morrison, and it just looks so good. I can't believe they got this accurate of a portrait at the scale. Just insane detail. Not only that, but you just the paint apps everywhere just looks great. There's a little bit of paint slop on mine here under the arm. Other arm. As you can see, there's a couple of green marks down there, but again, not anything too terrible. But while we're on the left side, there's my QC issue. I have two right hands, and yeah, if you've been following my channel, you know that I'm left-handed, and this is an issue that super bothers me. This is something that I did put in a ticket with Hasbro customer care for, and I got the standard. We do not have that in inventory, so we're just going to send you a random figure of equal value, which is generous. I'm definitely grateful for that. However, that does not solve this hand issue. So I guess if you're watching this and yours happens to have two left hands, let's make a trade because this is going to bother me immensely. But beyond that, just the look of the proportions, just so good. Everything is so accurate. The kind of shade of red even on the spats and the gauntlets I think is really good. It's a kind of muted maroon red. Just looks very nice. I'm happy with a brighter red, but this is definitely a lot more accurate. You can even see the just dropped the blaster, but the paint details even here on the missile on the forearm. Just paint details everywhere. The Mythosaur logo looks absolutely fantastic. We even get the cloth goods bottom part here, and just all looks great. Details everywhere, paint details everywhere, just beautifully done. If it wasn't just for that one issue, it would have been pretty much perfect. So that's aesthetics. When it comes to accessories, we get a really good loadout. In terms of vintage collection, again, I am not completely familiar, so I don't know if this actually counts as deluxe as they are describing it and advertising it. However, I've seen contentious reports online as to whether that could actually be argued for. So I can't definitively say, again, as a newcomer to this particular line. However, definitely some good stuff here. So let's get right into it. And we first off get the just pistol, which again, very well sculpted. Just a little brown paint there on the handle. So you can see there, and that does fit on the holster on his right hip. Try not to lose this in my floor here. Then we get his signature blaster rifle. Excellent detail, especially for the scale. Just looks very nice. And again, just a little bit of brown paint on the handle, but other than that, just that kind of gunmetal gray, or gunmetal silver rather. Then we get a couple of effects pieces, and these are just kind of clear, translucent orange flame pieces. As you can see, there's a little knob there at the end, and those plug into, of course, his backpack, and very well detailed. Again, I'm really just impressed with the detail, and especially with the paint apps, just everything really well done all around here. An excellent figure overall, and you can see the slot for the back. So you can see these just plug in right there to the bottom of the jets. So that's really cool. And speaking of which, Moving on, we do get the rocket, also fully painted, and we even get the translucent fire at the bottom of it so it can look like it's firing. So a lot of applications there, and as you can see, there is a hole right in the middle of the backpack, and that just slots in like that, and there you go, it's one whole piece. So really, really cool. Then of course we get Boba's helmet. Excellent details, again, just paint apps all over the place, just excellently done. And as you can see, obviously it's a little bit thicker up here for the rangefinder, but I mean, at this scale, you definitely do not want that breaking. I also appreciate that they did the glossy visor versus the matte finish to the rest of the helmet. Looks very, very nice. Also fits just directly over the head portrait and keeps the proportions as well. Just really just gorgeous looking overall. And then finally, the thing that I believe they were claiming makes this deluxe, I guess, and that is just 2 Stormtrooper helmets with battle damage. As you can see, they are painted differently. So we got paint app on the right side of this one, and then the left side of this one, and they are different designs. So that is there, and they do have the pegs on the bottom. So I guess these could be placed onto some vintage collection Stormtroopers if you have them. And yeah, that will do it for accessories. Articulation here is also just absolutely beautiful. So let's break it down head to toe as we tend to do. So starting at the head, we are on a ball joint, which I believe is probably a barbell coming from the head into the neck. And so we get some absolutely beautiful down, can vary the chin. We can look pretty much all the way up. We get insane amounts of tilt as well. So we're getting all the way around, absolutely fantastic. Come to the shoulders, we are at our hinge and swivel, coming up into a T. We do not have a bicep swivel. We are single jointed at the elbows. However, we can get past 90, like really, really good range. Our wrists are hinge and swivel. As you can see, this is still a right hand, but from what I can tell from the packaging, both hands should also have the vertical hinge. We come to the waist, and we're on a ball joint here as well, so we're coming around. We definitely get some decent crunch. You get some nice arch back, and of course you're gonna get your side to side from there as well. Some really nice deep range. Coming to the hips, we are almost full splits, absolutely respectable. Just really nice range. We even have some thigh swivel. We have single jointed knees, which again come just past 90. Actually, these are a little bit more true 90. Nothing at the boot, but we do have absolutely perfect point. Really nice forward, and some insane rocker. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some assorted 1/18 scale figures. A couple 1/18 scale animals, with some 1/6 scale stuff. And finally with an articulated icons Oni and yours truly in human form as an articulated icons ninja. So my final thoughts on the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Deluxe Boba Fett Tatooine figure from Hasbro is that overall, absolutely excellent figure. Sculpt, paint, articulation, accessories, just everything is absolutely beautiful. However, there is that point of the just spotty QC. I guess spotty, I've seen definitely a lot of different issues, various ways all around come up online, certainly from Yakface and such. So yeah, it's definitely taking a chance, especially where this is part of Hasbro's new initiative with the plastic or reduced plastic packaging, which is a good effort. I definitely support that. However, this is something that will slip through a little bit more. And not only that, but talking about price increases and again, the kind of contentious, is this actually a deluxe figure and worth the $30 that they're charging for it? That's debatable and certainly up to you to decide. You know, I kind of doubt personally that these price hikes and all of this sort of thing are kind of making their way back to the actual workers in the factories who are assembling and painting these things. And you know, I certainly do not see executives taking price cut or pay cuts here rather. So you know, that could lead to this as well. So certainly worth considering. So if you want to take the chance and hope for one that has minimal to no QC issues, I will be putting links in the description below to where you can pick up yours from some of my favorite online retailers. So please check those out if you are interested. If you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. If you want to take the next level and help me even more directly, there will be ways to do that at the bottom of the description as well. So please check those out. And with all of that being said, ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.